Hi everyone, good evening. Am I audible? Just let me know in the chat. Someone's given thumbs up. Yes, I hope I'm audible to all of you. All right, thank you. Thank you, Akhilesh, Sarthak. All right, so students, welcome. This is session number 174. Yes, good evening to you, Yogesh. So today we are actually, this is a repeat of the last session. Actually, last session was supposed to be 174. But due to some reason it was not possible to have the session. But anyway, we still have a guest here with us, and very kindly he's agreed to share his time. Yes, good evening, Samruddhi, Manisha, Sabhi, good evening. So anyway, students, as you know, every Sunday we are having our overseas education webinar. And, this is where we discuss all the aspects related to overseas education, which is, either about scholarship or about best universities, courses. Like this session, one of our most popular session, which is where our successful students come in and they share their experience with us. So, this session, it is quite special because our student who is here, so first of all, he's here from USA, where time difference is completely different. He had to wake up early in the morning to, share his experience, and we are thankful for that. And plus, so our student Rajat, when he took admission, so basically he started his journey last year in the 2024 intake, and he has basically secured admission in the University of Chicago, which is in last year's QS ranking. It was ranked 11, and and it is one of the very prestigious departments. The school, it is the Harris School of Public Policy, and he is completing his master in public policy course. So I remember, yesterday or day before, when I was just trying to, get information, trying to understand, make this poster, etc. So even I was not aware about his profile, and he had informed me that so and so he shared his CV with me. So that's how I understood that he has a really good profile, and then what it takes for somebody to get admission into such a prestigious school. I'm sure he will be updating you about that as well. But yeah, so this is with respect to our successful students. And every Sunday we are covering this or the other topic. Main thing is that we are having our preparation and planning for fall 2024, or sorry, fall 2025. So just today I had two meetings, so one for a PhD student and another for a master's student. So one was going into architecture, one is going to data science. So the students who are planning for fall 2025, see, it's we still have a little bit of time left. It is November. So ideally, if you can finish your applications by end of this month or by end of December at least, you can get admission, you can go ahead, apply for the funding, and do all the things which you need to do, like your visa, flight ticket, insurance, etc. Like the earlier you get your offer letter, the rest of the process also becomes quick, right? And then, of course, all the students who are contacting us, in relation for the scholarship and this, that. So, like I always tell them, please, get your offer letter first. And then once that is done, we can take over the next process. Okay. So yeah, make sure you join us every Sunday where we have our session, giving information about overseas education. Right now, we will be starting with a new IELTS batch also, and we will be sharing the preparation strategy. Those of you who want to study for fall 2025, I'll share my contact details at the end. At the end, we'll also have Q&A session where we can answer your doubts, any issues you are having. And yeah, so make sure you stay tuned till the end, and if there's anything, we'll look into it, and I'll share my details, and we can meet or whatever it is. Fine. Okay, so let me begin. So first, with respect to Rajat, so Rajat is there. He is in Chicago, and he has joined us from Chicago. So first, let me just share his offer with you. I have his offer letter. So just so I give you the background, what we are talking about. So see, you can see this. This is the University of Chicago Harris School of Public Policy, and he got an offer for Master of Public Policy, and so this was for 2024, and then all the other basic requirements and deposit whatever he has to complete. So he completed all this. Then he came in touch with us. He successfully applied for scholarship. He has started his journey right now. It is quite early, and yet he was like, sir, sure, I will be guiding you. So let me call upon Rajat. So Rajat, can you? Yes, there
Hi,
you.
Nirvaj. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, loud and clear, Rajat. So
Yes,
of course,
yes.
once again, thank you. I know this is early in the morning for you, and you are super busy with your work. So means a lot for us. And I had so many messages from the students, because even when they saw your profile, they said, sir, we want to get in touch, we want to know, we want so and so information. So I said, everyone, just please join on Sunday, and he will tell you his story, and if you want to ask any question, you can ask him.
Oh,
Okay, so Rajat,
that's
over to you. Just whatever you want to share.
sure, sure, sure. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. It is a very good. I'm honored, and it's very humble opportunity for me to share my journey so far. So first of all, I would like to divide my session today in, let's say, two parts. First, I'll tell you my background, what I've done before, what I've studied, and all, and then later on, how my application process looked like, and especially working with you and Sir Hemant sir, how it has been for me. So first of all, I'm Rajat. I was born in Gadchiroli, uh, and then my most of the schooling was done in Gadchiroli itself. I'm mostly a science background guy, but then during somewhere around 12th, I decided that I want to pursue something economics. So I did my bachelor in economics from Ferguson College, Pune, and that's how I got interested into all the development sector work that is going around. And more on that, initially, I decided that maybe I should go back in Gadchiroli and work in the particular area itself, because Gadchiroli itself is known for being a complex situation in terms of impact. So I decided to go back to Gadchiroli and work over there. While working over there, I was also preparing for UPSC. In the meantime, I got in like given three attempts, wrote my mains twice. I was determined that I'll probably pursue the UPSC journey itself, but then somehow it didn't click with me. I felt that I want to explore more. I want to go on a global stage. I want, because I was getting opportunities to work somewhere else as well. So maybe I just dropped the idea of pursuing the UPSC, and I just decided, okay, I'll just stay in this development sector itself. So I've worked in a nonprofit called Rudya, which kind of was more aligned to what I was looking for. I got into like domains, like I was working in domains like health, education, livelihoods. So I was getting exposure to multiple domains across. And during while working here, almost 1 or 2 years into my job, my one of the donors was kind of intrigued and was impressed with my work ethic and my way of working. So he invited me to work in Japan for them. So that's how I ended up working in Japan for almost a year. I worked there, and while working in Japan, I was overseeing other nonprofits who were connected with this main organization. And similarly, after that, there was an opportunity for me to join another nonprofit within the whole donor umbrella itself. So I joined this other organization in Vietnam. So I worked there. So it has been almost 2 years in Gadchiroli, 1 year in Japan, and almost few months in Vietnam, and then coming back to Gadchiroli again. And then, coming back to Gadchiroli, I was working mostly in the Vidarbha region itself. I used to work sometimes near the Pune area, but mostly in the Vidarbha region itself. Then COVID happened. Actually, I was planning to apply for colleges before COVID as well. But then, as COVID happened, I had to stay back, and I had to shift my plans in for the future. And during COVID, I realized that maybe my profile needs more build up, because although I have studied, I did my undergrad and then I was working for a while. But I think so for a good program, you need to have some sort of a well managed and well orchestrated experience. At least that was my thinking as such. So I wanted to diversify my experience, and that is how I ended up applying to a US based research organization. So this organization was into impact sector, but it was RT International, by the way, and they actually use evidence. Whatever research they do is to help governments and UN agencies and multiple major philanthropies of the world to they help them build evidence, and they help them build programs after that. So I ended up applying to them. I got in as a state program manager. I was working for their programs across pan India. I was working in Himachal. I was working Telangana. I was working in Jharkhand. So this particular period gave me a whole lot of exposure that I can hold for. So before COVID, I was mostly focused on maybe I'll just do my MBA and maybe I'll just go into consulting, something like that. But then while working for this organization, changed my whole overview that maybe I should explore options. Like there are many degrees which we are not aware of, and many degrees which their output is really good, and there may be uh, I think so. I just tried going from umbrella. I started focusing on being niche on what I want to do. So and then maybe probably after working almost 2 years with them, I decided that maybe it's time for me to do my master's because COVID was now gone. And then I thought maybe now it's better time to apply because it's almost I have almost 7 8 years of experience, and which is considered an average work experience for MBA programs. So I was again focused on MBS, but then somehow I was talking to few of the colleagues and few of the people across schools, and they advised me maybe you should consider master in public policy. Very interestingly, till I had applied to MBA programs, MBA programs have their deadlines as first round, second round, and all. So I did complete my first round. I got into Cornell. I got into Imperial College London. But then somehow during December, I had a chat with one of the seniors at Gates Foundation, and he advised me that maybe instead of MBA, which is more of a generalist degree, you should go for more of a specialist degree because in the States, in most of the other countries, it's generally the view that more specialized degrees are preferred over being generalist. So my whole work experience has been more on a project management side. I was more of an operations guy, but then that's why I was more how can I say in towards MBA. But then talking to multiple people and everything, I decided that okay, maybe I should give a shot for MPP as well. So Masters of Public Policy is a very unique degree, I would say. When I was researching for this degree, I understood that. Maybe MBA makes more sense for business, but then if you want to really work for the impact sector, development sector per se, then Master of Public Policy makes more sense because MBA has specialization in terms of, let's say, skills. Maybe how to do these days, you have STEM-based specialization options like maybe doing some specialization in data analytics, maybe finance or something like that. But master public policy was more interesting because it gave me an option to specialize in health, in education, in climate change. So maybe I thought maybe this degree makes more sense for me given my profile, and it's been almost 8 years of me working. So I thought maybe right now shifting altogether industries might be difficult because post COVID and the a dawn of AI, I thought that maybe I should stick to my best game and I should stick to my skills and I should stick to my whatever I can do best. So I thought, and also MBA and MPP are one of those degrees which are, I would say, foolproof from the age of AI, because these degrees require more of a critical thinking, and your job roles require more of engagement, collaboration, which is not which is something AI is not able to somehow do it. So I was researching for even on these skills as well as to which degrees are more foolproof when it comes to AI in the future. So that's how I decided, okay, I'll just go with MPP. Then and it was very last moment that from January actually I started applying. and it was almost deadline. So it was my mistake. I should have done it probably much earlier. But then only 2 to 3 colleges, which were good, the deadlines were still available for the second rounds. So I did apply, ended up applying to 2 schools. There's this college from Columbia, SIPA, which also has a similar program, and then Harris School of Public Policy from University of Chicago. Where these were the 2 programs. These were the 2 universities I applied to for MPP, and then I got into both of them, but then I was also following the news as to what was happening at Colombia because of the multiple strikes were going on in terms of the global scenario that is going on. So there were multiple strikes in terms of Palestine and all the Gaza conflict. So I thought maybe, and many of my seniors, they advised me that these times we are not having regular classes, and maybe we don't know the overall viewpoint of Colombia right now. So that's why how I ended up deciding on the University of Chicago. And mostly also University of Chicago did offer me a generous scholarship from there and as well. So I was able to secure almost $50,000 of scholarship from them. So that's that, because I thought maybe okay, this is some sort of safety net for me, that even if I don't get into government scholarships from Maharashtra or India, maybe I have the safety net from University of Chicago, that some part of my degree would be met by the scholarship from the university itself. So that is how it happened, and then almost by March, I decided that okay, this is it. Then I'm dropping all the other applications because I had to revert them back. So I declined most of my bids, and I decided that I'll just finalize University of Chicago. I per se would say that I wasn't aware that organization like Triple C and Hemant sir and you are there to help students. So if I was aware, then I would have probably got in touch with you beforehand. First of all, I wasn't aware that such sort of expertise is available in Nagpur, is available in Mumbai. So it was later on to my journey that I was introduced after I got an admit. One of my father's friends contacted my father that there's this Hemant sir from Nagpur, and he helps students in getting scholarships and all. And that is how I ended up getting in touch with Hemant sir, and that is how I started the journey for scholarship application. Now, coming to scholarship applications, I would say now it is the interesting part. I would like to divide this journey into possibly, let's say, 3 parts. That why would let's say I did my application on my own, and somebody might argue that I could probably navigate through scholarship application also my own, but I wouldn't say that's the case. See, applying is an altogether different game, because you know what's happening, and you can rely on what colleges are saying, what the deadlines are, how they evaluate your profiles. But when it comes to scholarship, you are unsure, you are uncertain what's going to happen, if at all the scholarship will be released, if at all the funds will be there, if at all there will be any developments in terms of what scholarship is going to offer for you. So although admissions into university is certain to a sort, but the scholarship application in terms of government of India and also Maharashtra is it's definitely not certain. And also when it came to my applications, as I said, I would like to divide it in 3 parts, that why somebody would need help in terms of scholarships. The first one is like the technical part of it. The technical part is in sense what sort of documents we have to submit, what sort of documents are required, in what form they are required. So when you see the list of the scholarships, they are very plain, and you don't know the internalities as to what exact documents are required. But I guess so it was from Hemant sir's help and your help that I was able to navigate this whole sort of application for scholarships. More on that, if I would have done it on my own, probably I would have even messed up on the documents part itself, or filling the form itself. But then it was your help that I was able to navigate this technical part of this application. Second of all, I would say the aspect of scholarship is the internal part of scholarship. we just know when me as an external person, I just know when the notification will be out from the government sources, right? That okay, this application is going to be released in some time next month or next it's 2 weeks, but I'm not sure of when exactly it will come. And when it comes to foreign education, the amount is huge, and you need some time to plan your finances well. And knowing some internal information as to what exactly is going to happen in next few months, and if at all I will be able to secure a scholarship in terms of how much quantum of money I'm looking at. So I think so having this internal information from Hemant sir has been very helpful for me. If it wasn't for him, then I would have never known that when the this year's application would be released, and how what kind of modalities or changes they have made. So before even the notification was released, sir had informed me that we can see this kind of developments in the scholarship right now, and he had informed me that okay, be prepared that these changes might be done in this year's scholarship overall process. So to my surprise, I would say that when the notification for scholarship came out, whatever sir had informed me that this kind of developments will be made in the scholarship application were exactly the same. So I was well prepared by sir before the release of the notification itself. So I already know that what documents would be required. I already knew that what sort of support documentation from the university will be required for my application. So I had already requested those support documents from the university, and then I ended up applying to the scholarship with sir. And the last part I would say is the mental part of it. When the scholarships come out, and or when you apply to foreign universities, there's a sort of anxiety, to be honest. Anxiety in terms that the amount is huge. I mean, what I'm paying or what anybody would pay for an MBA is huge. It goes beyond 1.5 crores if you count in all the living expenses and the tuition itself. So if you're just planning to take a loan and just then maybe probably repay in future, it is possible, but then also very difficult to have an idea as to how you will navigate these. So obviously scholarship helps, but then you have this anxiety whether I'll be selected for the scholarship, or whether I'll make it to the list, or which scholarships should I apply. Should I apply the national ones? Should I apply the domestic or state ones? So uh, so I think so more on the technical part, the mental part helped me because the once you get an admit and once you plan your journey, there are multiple things that go around. The loan application goes around, the visa application goes around, and you at maybe around March and April is also very difficult to get the visa slots. So you are in that anxious mode that you want to somehow get a visa first, and maybe then focus on other parts of your journey. So I would say that around these critical moments, around these critical months, sir's guidance was very helpful for me because it helped me calm down, and it helped me to focus on my other aspects of my journey. So sir took all control of my scholarship application, and which gave me enough time to focus on my, because I was also working for a while. So I was also doing some consultings because I had left my job in around March because I wanted to be eligible for multiple scholarships. So uh, so the mental part gave me more of a relax, and gave me enough time to focus on other parts. And then sir's insights like uh, how this application should be made and what category of the domain should I put my application into. Like the very last moment of my, I remember during my Scottish submission, I was about to put my degree in the STEM science, I would say domain. But then sir informed me that probably it's best that you go for arts because as we can see, there are a number of students who um, uh, are not there. The level of submissions from the arts field is low, and then maybe probably you have better chance at getting selected if you select arts as a domain for your degree. So I ended up applying from arts, and to my surprise, when the list came out, my name was the first in the list. So I would say this insight I would have never got on my own, and it was somehow an internal insight from sir, and how he has this experience of past many years that he was able to gauge as to what should be my best course of action in terms of filling my application per se. Um, later on, I would say that once it is done, and even after submitting the application itself, it's not, the journey doesn't end there. So after submitting your application for scholarships, there's a whole lot of complexities that go into it. You are not sure when the results will be out, and you are not sure as to how to submit the other documents that are requested and in what form they have to be submitted. So I think so even after the submission, I was always in touch with sir, and he used to guide me that, okay, so now although the government is expecting that next month, but then sir knew exactly when this scholarship awards will be out and what sort of documents I have to be prepared with, because this, I guess so, I came to States in August, and when I came to August, and then I got the award for my scholarship. And I, if it wasn't for sir, then I would have never known that I have to take my documents and I have to mail my documents back to India, and what documents I have to bring with me and what documents I have to mail back. So these sort of small insights, I don't think so it's possible for a first time applicant to be aware of. And also government scholarship application is although seems simple at the face value, but when you go into complexities and the changes they make every year, you need a helping hand, definitely. In my college, more than I would say the college applications, I would say, because the resources for college application are readily available, you can just go anywhere and maybe check if you don't want to get some help. But in terms of scholarship, there's nothing on the net itself. I mean, you wouldn't find what any forums is discussing some sort of issues that go around scholarship application of India and Maharashtra government. So I would say that somebody who knows the whole process, somebody who has been there for very long and is helping multiple students every year. I think so. These internal insights and these internal some sort of the how can some sort of complexities which I would have never known. I was able to navigate this with the help of sir and you. So thanks a lot. I'm in a comfortable position right now. Recently, I got a mail from the scholarship department that I have to submit few of my receipts for it to be reimbursed. So I think so. It will take time. I know it takes time, but then I'm very sure that somehow things will work out. So yeah, so that is has been my journey so far in terms of my background and my scholarship application. So yeah, any questions? I'm ready open for that. Yeah.
Wow, Rajat, that was way more comprehensive than I had expected. I think, I will definitely call you one more time, maybe 6 months later, to give whatever update you have later on. I think of all the students. So, firstly, I'd like to just say that, even though I had seen Rajat's CV and I had seen his background, I had no idea he had applied for MBA courses. And apart from this Chicago, he also applied to Columbia. And he got offers from all of them. Now, just on that one note, even I got an update talking about two more universities, Yale and Princeton. That these it is more of a disruption going on rather than the classes and all these things.
Yes.
It
Yes.
was very, yeah, it was something else.
Yes. Yes.
That's what they told me. They said that avoid few of these universities like this
Yes.
because
Yes.
there's the political issue and all these
Hmm.
things. So if you are there to study, then you make a decision like that.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, Rajat has, see, like you can see from his profile, he did his in-depth research, he got the offer, he made an informed decision. And apart from this, he has also gone into our Indian UPSC, he has done the work there as well. So, I mean, great decision. He's done his research. And yeah, like he has said that, see, when you are applying for any kind of funding, he has said it seems easy, but like literally, we have done so many sessions talking about the changes in the application, changes in the policy, this, that, and everything, plus competition increasing and so on and so forth. So I would say, Rajat had just gotten in touch directly with sir and, he had coordinated. And with his profile, his proactive attitude, he got everything done. And now he is here. And of course, congrats. I had no idea you got funding from Chicago as well. So, I mean, yeah, Rajat has, covered up all the points and programs. Rajat, just one question in connection with your education now in University of Chicago. So, how do you find the classes, lectures, and syllabus, etc.?
Yeah. So definitely, even first of all, when you go into a good university, be prepared. It is difficult. So they are good because they are good in terms of academics. So when you maybe want to apply to university, the thinking they also it has a good ranking and probably I'll just get a scholarship. But yeah, you come here, but be prepared now because these universities have a reputation to maintain and the courses are really difficult. More in terms of University of Chicago, I would say that it is a more of a econ based university. So we right now at the University of Chicago this year we got the 101st Nobel Prize. So this university has 101 Nobel Prizes so far, and which is very huge number. Which is come I guess so third to the overall universities in the world who have the maximum Nobel Prizes of the world. So it was Harvard, Stanford, and now University of Chicago has crossed that mark of 100, and it's on the 101. These people keep on getting Nobel Prizes for economics every alternate year, and this is majorly a econ school and a medicine school as well. So even now, I'm studying at Harris School of Public Policy, and this year, my one of my professors, who is with whom I'm having my classes, Professor Robinson, he got the Nobel Prize for economics. So he is a author of a book called Why Nations Fail, which is very famous. You might have heard about it. So he has co-authored it with one of the professors from MIT. So this year so he got a Nobel this year, and then there's an institute where he works in this in an institute called the Pearson Institute for Global Conflicts. So I think so, which has added more value to my degree now because given such kind of achievements, developments within the university itself, somehow kind of build your reputation in the whatever sector you are in. So yeah, so classes are going really well for me. But then, although they are difficult, these universities make sure how to navigate. They have a whole path as to how to develop your skills. So although I'm from econ background, but then my math skills were not on par. So I came here before my program started because they gave me a jumpstart program, which helped me build my math skills. And then I was able to furnishing my skills in terms of calculus and everything. And now I'm very comfortable in my classes, which are around, and I guess so. I said before, it's a econ school. So although I'm doing my master in public policy, or even if you do any other program within the University of Chicago, the first things you will learn is microeconomics, statistics, and some sort of technical language. Like I'm actually, although I'm a master of public policy, but I'm learning Python and R within my course. So surprising, but then I think so they understand the need of the market. They understand what skills are required. They understand the importance of evidence or data in terms of any work you do. So on those lines, these at least for now, I haven't even started on policy part. I'm just trying to learn stats, statistics, and microeconomics. And even now, they're teaching me game theory. I mean, come on, I never thought that in public policy course I would learn game theory, but we are into game theories. It's almost one quarter now. I'm learning game theories. So it is very diverse. You would say that probably I thought maybe public policy, they'll teach me some sort of things that are going around the world to be prepare me for that. But no, they're really building my foundational knowledge. They're making sure that I can build I can build policies, I can build strategies on my own. So their whole game plan is that to see a world from the economics perspective. As how would a econ guy would see the world, and how would he analyze things based on strategic insights that he can develop from the overall global viewpoint or microeconomic viewpoint or microeconomic whatever it is. So I think so it's been good so far. And also at my university there are no such protests and going on. The life has been very overall comfortable. And also Chicago itself is known for the crime rate it has among the other cities, but then University of Chicago is very proactive in that sense that the campus itself is very secure. And then you have multiple vehicles going around for police protections and everything. So although Chicago is actually very famous for the kind of crime that it has, but then University of Chicago makes sure that everything is protected and everything is safe. And also Chicago, in terms of financials like accommodation and everything, is more cheaper than Boston or living in California. So I would say for a normal single room in somewhere in Boston or California, you would require at least $1,000 or $1,200, right? But in Chicago, it's been like in the range of 700 to 800. You get a decent room, decent accommodation near the campus, or else you want to stay away from campus. I think so. That is the range. If you want looking for a single accommodation, 700 to 800 is a good deal. And many of my friends also live together with some colleagues, so they share their room as well. So it's also manageable budget wise. And I would also ask that these things have to be taken in consideration, not just university, but also what kind of living expenses you would see going forward. So yeah, so financials wise, academics wise, weather wise is good. Only it gets extreme in winters. So right now it's just November, but right now the temperature is around 3 degrees. So it's what 7 in the morning, but still the sun hasn't come out yet, and it usually gets night at around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening. So it's complete dark by 4:30. So I would say that come to Chicago, but then be aware of the weather conditions over here. It will get really freezing. It goes around -5, -10 during the December, January months. So also take weather into consideration if you're going to a city. Boston and California are more comfortable weather-wise, but then if you come to Midwest or if you go to somewhere in Seattle, Seattle is also a good city, but then it rains a lot in Seattle. I did research on these aspects as well, as to what weather conditions are more favorable for me as a person, as to what do I like. So that is also I took Chicago into consideration because I like winter conditions, and I would prefer winters over some city which is raining every time of the whole year. So yeah, so that is it. Yeah. Thank you.
That's great. I wish there were more than 40 students to hear. I mean, literally every single aspect is being covered. Okay, I didn't realize it is not even 7 a.m. Let's do one thing, students. Let's move into Q&A. So, students, any questions you have, please, you can either unmute yourself and you can ask, or you can type in the chat. So, let's have a Q&A. We won't keep Rajat for too long. Today is Sunday, so he also needs his rest.
Hello,
So,
sir.
yeah.
Hello, sir. Yeah, I just want to know, and it is very wonderful session and very informative and own experience. But there is one query. I want to do my PhD in education. Is there any chance to do PhD right now in December to January positions are there? And one more query is that um, if you are graduate means I am postgraduate from other field, and can I do on my work experience basis research in other field?
So, yeah, see, definitely you can. But the thing is, for PhD, if you want to go, you'll have to go next year. Okay, right now it won't be possible. You'll have to target next year for 2025 fall. And if you have experience, then definitely, you can move into a different field. So that's not an issue. And yeah, so just to give an idea, so see all the students who are thinking about applying or who want to, go for next year or whatever it is, I'll just share very quickly. I'll just share my contact on the screen. So students, you can just note this down.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, just right here on the screen. So see, first thing, we have these kind of webinars every Sunday where we are talking about overseas education, scholarship, etc., etc. So you have students like Rajat come in and share their experience. So one thing is there, you can just scan the QR code where it will add you into a group of our WhatsApp group where we make the announcements of our topics and all these things. And next thing is, otherwise, if you want, you can get in touch with us directly. So Rajat was in touch with Sir in Nagpur. So you can note down the number 98923299101. And I am based in Mumbai office. So my number is 9619827435. And Sir has shared the link, WhatsApp link for our WhatsApp group. So you can join there also. Apart from this, you can drop us an email. Email ID is information@coursescounselorscareers.com. And you can take an appointment, meet us in the office, follow us on social media, YouTube, Instagram. You'll find all our details over there. Okay, so main thing is just if you scan the QR code, you'll be part of the group and you'll get all the updates. Okay, and of course, you need any help, you can get in touch with us and we can have an appointment or whatever.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, sure, no worries. Let me see.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Jay here. सर आई जस्ट वांट टू नो, जैसे सर मैं अभी यूजी कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरा फाइनल ईयर है। मैं बीबीए कंप्लीट कर चुका हूँ और मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि मैं एमबीए के लिए कोई अच्छा कंट्री चूज करूँ। तो मैंने यूके सोचा था, बट यूके में अभी रिसेशन वगैरह चल रहा है। स्टिल मैं आपसे काउंसलिंग वगैरह लूंगा। और मुझको सिर्फ यही जानना था कि आपका स्कॉलरशिप प्रोसीजर वगैरह कैसा रहता है। मतलब आपका क्या क्राइटेरिया रहता है, एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया एंड एवरीथिंग एल्स अबाउट इट।
See, one thing is there, you are just completing your BBA. You will not get admission for MBA directly after BBA. Okay, you need solid work experience. I think Rajat has made it very clear. He has got extensive work ex after which he decided to go for MBA. But he also mentioned the fact that, better than being a generalist, it's good to go into a more specialized field. Still, if you're interested in MBA, see, you get some work ex 2 to 3 years because the topmost business schools, they will need a solid profile. Okay, so if you have that, then we can discuss about MBA. But this BBA to MBA directly, and as a fresher later on, you will have problems in terms of employment. Okay, so either you get some experience and then we can go for MBA, or if you want directly, if you want to go after your degree, then what we can do is we can see some sort of allied field, or a field basically where you can come into the STEM side of things, because in terms of employment, that is something that will make a big difference. And I think Rajat
Right.
is here. Rajat can also add to this, that difference in
Yeah.
MBA and specialization.
So yeah, so I think so this time MBA UK's average age or work experience is around 5 6, but for US it's huge. For good universities and in the USA you would at least require 6 to 8 or sometimes even 10 years of experience. But it comes to allied degrees which are also good, which also give you the same level of employment in terms of MBAs which you can do directly after your BBA for whatever graduation you are doing right now. So it's like masters in management, master in financial management, master in data analytical management, or master in information management. So whatever these sort of degrees are, which can be done without any work experience, and these also their payoff is well in the future. So do see which degrees align with you, and maybe see what skills you want to gain in the future. But there are degrees which can be done apart from MBA. MBA is good, but then it is a working professional based degree. I mean, it's for working professionals. That degree, as in India, which happens that anybody can get into an MBA program, and which also I missed to tell you that I did get into IIM Lucknow and Bangalore in 2019. So I did apply for Indian MBA schools as well, but due to COVID I didn't go for the MBA school because I didn't want to keep my MBA experience all virtual. So I didn't go for my any MBA schools. So, and that is how I dropped my plan of doing my MBA from India. And also in terms of diversity, I thought that maybe Indian MBA schools don't offer enough diversity, and you get a lot of diversity in foreign based MBA programs. So, and also good opportunities after that. So I would say that when I was researching for my MBAs, it would be very surprising for you, but as a backup, I did apply to masters in management at one school and masters in financial management at one school. So even though I had work experience, but then as a backup, I did apply to these two programs because although not par with this, but you get a good employment prospect when you go for this allied degrees. So please get in touch with sir, and maybe he'll guide you more on which degrees you can focus on. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, see,
All
MIM,
right.
MIS, yeah, go on.
All right. Also, I want to know, Rajat, what's your experience and what we need for the scholarship, right?
I'll answer the scholarship part for you. So basically, it depends on you getting admission first. So Rajat, on his profile, he had applied for the best universities, and then based on the offer letter, you go into the scholarship process. And that's the main deal, right? Once you get your offer letter, then comes the scholarship process. So once we guide you for that, or once you do get an offer letter, you get in touch, we can tell you. And I think Rajat is experience. He has already spoken a little bit. Rajat, in just short, if you can just add to that.
What part?
Experience. I think he's asking for experience.
Experience, I would have already, since I already discussed what experience has been, but I would say it's more better you get some help because
Yeah.
we don't know for sure what's going to happen in scholarship scenarios, because the changes that happen in scholarships keep on developing, adding on year. So I think so it's better you get some professional help. Although, and also on admissions part, because your profile is very young and very new, so you would need more extra help in terms of admissions itself, because even for me, it wasn't that I started applying in the first year and got into good school in the first year itself. It was a trial and error for me as well. I did apply before, and I wasted my year doing some things on my own. So it was, although it was my experience going forward, but I would say if you really want to go next year, probably it's better that to get in touch with sir for admissions, and also for, and especially for scholarships, because navigating scholarship is difficult. There is no available information on the net or any media for say as to what is going to happen in the scholarship part. So I would say that for at least for scholarships and other things, you need to get in, you need to get us professional help. That's I would say, yeah.
Just so to interrupt, I think if you're asking about his professional experience, so Rajat has worked with the NGOs, and based on NGO, they have sent him abroad to study and work and all these things. So all this international experience, plus he worked with think tanks and all these things. So that's how he got the exposure, right, Rajat?
Yes, yes, that is, but I think so. It depends on any other guy. If someone is doing their masters, sorry, undergrad in some other part, it's fine.
Okay.
Experiences can be diverse. Experiences can
Yeah.
be anything. It's how you put it forward in your application that matters. So I have seen people who are working in backend, but then they're portraying in their application in a perfect effective way as to what they're doing, what
Yeah.
impact they're bringing to the company, right? So have any sort of experience, I would say, because every job is important, every job is required in the world, but how do you portray that in your application is important, and for that you need professional help if you are not good at your applications by yourself. So I would advise that any job you're doing, it's fine, but then you need a helping hand to make sure you come out with the best what I can say, the statement for what you're doing, and how to showcase your professional experience in the best possible way in your resume, in your SOPs, in your letter of recommendations. I would say, although you haven't done much part, but then you have to make sure that you show it in a way that it's aligned with whichever program you're applying to.
I think, see, one key point which Radhas has mentioned is about the mental aspect. See, if you're going to USA top university, you have the visa, dates, deadlines, and you have to manage the finances, you have to take loan, etc., etc. So all these things you're doing by yourself. And, at the same time, there's very little things you can manage, so it becomes quite stressful. Then, of course, you have your accommodation, you have your flights, and all the things you're coordinating with university. Rajat mentioned he had gone early because he got the mathematics program to build his profile to whatever cover up his shortcomings or whatever it was. So there are many things which you need to manage, and in this time, and plus I think back in 2004 when Rajat went, it was not that easy also to get a visa and all this. Maybe now after the election it might be a little bit easier. Who knows what is the situation? But point is that many things you are managing in one time, and Rajat has got a great profile, great attitude, so he was able to, get it done. But then just generally, first of all, getting admission into top university, Rajat had solid experience of, I don't know how many, 5 years, 6 years, a long time when he has finally decided. So, yeah, I mean, if you have anything specific about Chicago or about public policy, about anything like that, you want to ask Rajat, please go ahead. I don't want to keep him for too long. And then any other general questions, scholarship related, I'll be there. I'll answer it for you. Don't worry about it. So in his, sector, public sector, whatever he has worked, you want to ask, you can go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. That's there's one more general question, sir. I just want to ask, right? I come from very middle class family. So हम लोगों के पास जैसा हम लोग लोन लेके ही जाएंगे अगर जाते भी अगर हम
Yeah.
अब्रॉड का अगर सोच रहे हैं तो सर मैं वही सोच रहा था कि अगर हम लोन लेके भी जाते हैं स्टिल क्या मैं वो लोन पे आउट कर पाऊंगा अगर ऑब्वियसली एवरीथिंग इज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन ऑन स्किल so still what's your thought on that?
Rajat, I think you must have seen a lot of your co-students or whoever it is, they have come with the loans and everything.
Yeah,
So
even I have loan as a
yeah,
safety net, because
yeah.
scholarship, although you get the scholarship, but then when they release the amount, what happens, nobody knows. So you need to have a safety net. You need to at least have the loan approved, and if you need the loan, you have to use that loan. So it's not that you cannot go without loan when it comes to international studies. And this time of the loan scenario in India, it's become very easy and accessible. Loans are very accessible right now, in terms of national banks, or there are many NBFCs like Leap Finance or other companies who just give you out loans based on your profiles. So I think so getting loans is easy. Be careful of which company you go along with. Also, I think so. Sir, you also offer services on that as well, right? So yeah. But so getting loan is easy, but then be careful as to which loans companies you go for. I would say, and paying loan, you have to plan this before. So paying loan, which degrees to take, which degree, studying their employment reports, and as to which is more employable. Like my case was that I wanted to do some degrees which are foolproof from the AI. So I didn't want to go specifically in, let's say, some data field, because which has been a case right now. Many of the developers from Python are not being employed because Python work can be done with AI right now. So that is the scenario. So study the industries well, study the things well. So for me, MBA and MPP somehow were aligned with me, and also they were foolproof from AI, because you need some strategic thinking, you need some aptitude to do these jobs, which is not being able to do by AI as of now, at least. Maybe in future they'll do it, but maybe not for the next 3 4 years, 5 years, let's say. So I would say it all depends on each every individual, how they apply, where they apply, what skills they get, in which country they are, how is the market for that. So you need someone to guide you on this, or you can do your research on your own as well, but it will take time. But it's doable. I have done it, so it's fine. So whatever point on your journey you are, just do your research. Researching is most important thing, I would say. Don't take a step, because I've seen many students who go with some consulting firms, and they apply to some bogus universities, which although have big name, they just apply this, and this take up huge loans and end up not being employed, and then just come back to India. So don't go for this, I would say, scams which go around, that get you into any university possible, and they just don't mess up with your future then. So do your research well, go for good universities, don't go for universities that are lower on ranks. But there are many universities which are lower on ranks, but their employability is good. That also can be done, but there are many cities which don't have a good reputation to in US itself. So please avoid some such pitfalls, and seek professional help, or maybe get do your own research, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, when you're taking a loan, when you're making an investment, so as Rajat said, university has got all the details. If you go on the university website, they tell you everything, employability, this, that, everything. And see, the tool I tell students is please get in touch with students on LinkedIn. If you're going to a particular course, and find someone who has done that course, and you can ask them for question. You might have to message few people, but generally they are quite helpful. The students, they tell you what they are doing, or if it is good, if it is not good. And like, say, for example, Rajat right now is in Chicago, So we had a student earlier 2 years ago in Chicago. Right now, there's one student in Northwestern University, which is somewhere around there only, I guess. So, Rajat is there to share his experience, but ideally, he will tell you after his course is done, right? When he is getting a job or when he is working and all this. So right now, if you need to know that is this a good investment, will I be able to earn and all this, will I be able to get a job? So best thing is just get in touch with someone who has completed their course and on LinkedIn, and then just ask them. Okay. Rajat, I won't keep you for too long. It is 7 p.m. So I will let you go. I will let you enjoy your Sunday, and for sure I will be getting you back in 6 weeks, or I mean, sorry, 6 months, like after you have completed, or 1 year, whatever it is, whenever you are available. I mean, it's so exciting to know you're learning from your Nobel Prize winner. I'm definitely going to look that up now, and it's great you've done your research right now. And but like you said, this is just the first step. You have basically a long way to go. I mean, how long is your course? Is it what is the this duration? You're on mute, I think. Right?
The course has been good. I think so. It's for 2 years. But then
Okay.
I think so. It's well planned. I already got the summer internship, by the way. So
Okay, that's great.
yes. It's within just 2 months into the program. The program has had a good career networking events and all. So I already have one internship with me. So I'm thinking of getting another one, which if it is good, then I'll probably go for that. But I think so. Good universities, that's the thing, that they plan the academics well, and you won't even know how 2 years went by, and you would have those opportunities even if you say I'm out of work for this long, but then they'll make sure that you get enough incentive to moving forward, keep learning and everything. So I think so it's well planned by the good universities. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, see, we'll still continue with the Q&A. I'll just let Rajat go because it is very early for him. And I think, Rajat, I can share your email ID with them if they want to
Yes,
ask
yes,
you.
yes,
Uh,
yes, yes, yes. You can share my mail ID. Yes.
uh, okay.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I think I'll just check.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, sure then.
the Chicago email ID, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Chicago.edu. Yes, yes.
So students, see, I'm posting Rajat's email ID, Rajat Deogade @chicago.edu. So if you still have any questions, please email him. I'm sure he'll get back to you. For right now, I'll still continue Q&A. I'll still answer questions. There's no time limit. Don't worry about it. But once again, thanks Rajat for this great experience. And I mean, honestly, I would say like in the past 6 months or 1 year, this would be probably the best session. And
Thanks.
students are still messaging. They're saying, "Sir, share the recording and all." So yeah, I mean, it was really great, and I didn't interact that much with you, but I mean, yeah, it's amazing to know, and we wish you all the best, and we really hope to hear more good news from you.
Yes, sure, sure.
Maybe future Nobel Prize winner, who knows? We can dream.
No,
So
not to aim such high.
yeah,
Keep expectations low, you'll be happy.
yeah,
That's my
yeah.
mantra. So even thank you so much. Been an honor. Thank you for inviting me. It's been so
Thanks,
good.
Rajat.
Also, if anybody wants to connect more accessible, I'm on LinkedIn. So just search me on LinkedIn. I'm available over there as well. So you can just talk to me on LinkedIn. So yeah, that's all. Yeah. Thank you so
LinkedIn,
much.
email, everything. Rajat is there. Thanks again, Rajat. Take care. Have
Thank you.
a
Thank you
great
so much.
weekend. Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
great day too. Have a good
Thank you
one. Yeah.
so much. Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. So students, see, we'll continue. I'll just share the contact details again. I'll just keep it on the screen. I'll go through the messages on the chat. So don't worry, I won't miss out on any question. All the questions you can still continue, post them in the chat. Okay. We have, yes, online degree students, online degree, part-time degree, it is not eligible. You need to have a full-time degree, right? That is the main thing. Okay. PhD program, I think we have answered this. Master's degree, see, if you are interested in applying next year, students, please note down my contact details. You can give me a call after the webinar, and I can share with you what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to apply, what is scholarship process. Each and every detail I will be helping you. So definitely get in touch. MBBS courses, students, remember MBBS undergraduate courses, they are not covered under government funding, under scholarship. So if you are doing MBBS course or any undergraduate course, I would recommend that you do it from here only, from India. And then for postgraduate or for PhD courses, you can go for abroad education, overseas education. Okay. Vinayak asked, does your consultation guide for PhD program in life sciences fully funded? Yes, see, we have got a lot of PhD students also. This year is not for life sciences, for physical sciences, chemistry, and physics. And I think one was for physiotherapy, and another one was for, I think, again, chemistry related field. So definitely PhD program counseling also we are offering. And what else? Yes, so if you are going for PhD program students, you have to go for next year's intake. Okay, right now it is not possible. You'll have to go for the next year's intake, which will be in September of next year. Okay, then we have what else? Sarthak said, sir, I need to do MSc in finance in Germany. What is the process for applying and getting scholarship funding? So yeah, see, again, if you want to go for scholarship funding, there are only specific universities where you can apply. So yes, if you want to go for Germany or Europe or any other country, again, please get in touch. so that I'll be able to guide you for the process. We have Pranjali who says BBA in aviation, CPL, what is the process? Pranjali, for CPL or aviation related, I would request you please contact Hemant sir. So his number is on the left over here, 989-232-9101. He will guide you for that. Okay, so aviation you can contact there. Prasad says, is it possible to get into the master program in biotechnology? Not so well. UG academic score, 7 CGPA. Yes, yeah, definitely. See, you can get admission. We can definitely try for that. It's not a problem. See, when you're applying for the universities, you should have at least 65% on average. So if your CGPA is coming to 65%, definitely you can go into a master's program in biotech. Okay. Saurabh says, sir, can we watch this recorded session, mix the beginning part? So actually, see, I don't share the recordings. In case you have missed out on anything, you have more questions, you can just come and ask directly. You can call me or whatever. That's completely fine. Sabi says, if I complete my 1 year master's in India full-time offline, then second master's, yeah, you can go for second master's. That's not a problem. Second master's, definitely you can do it. Okay. Amarja says, I have completed my undergraduate degree in law and I'm thinking of pursuing LLM. I'm considering countries so and so, scholarships for LLM, arrange a session to interact with those students who are currently pursuing masters in law. See, first of all, we have a lot of students who have gone to study law and they are in the UK. Okay, corporate law, I think commercial law, few more branches, I don't remember. But bottom line is that if you want to go for LLM, I would recommend you go to UK. And see, we have our sessions based on the availability of students. If you have any specific question for somebody who's doing LLM, see, don't forget, I am the one who sent them there. So if you have any questions, you can just come to me directly and I can tell you about it. Okay. Sarthak says basic criteria and documentation. So yeah, scholarship related, you need to get in touch with me directly. Okay. Main thing is that, see, income criteria is there for the students. So family income has to be less than 8 lakh rupees per annum. Okay. That is the main criteria. So if you're falling in that, then we can proceed. Okay. Fine. Anything else, students? Any more questions you have for me? Saurabh says non-technical education background eligible for data science. No, you will not be eligible. There are certain courses that you can go for, but it is always preferable you have some sort of bridge course, like 6 months course you have done related to that field, like like a data science course. You have those online courses. Certain courses are there, you can go for it. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to go directly into STEM field, then like a bridge course or something, it is always preferable. Okay. What document is required for income criteria? Yeah. So all these scholarship related questions, documents and all, you please contact me directly. Okay. See, first thing is that students, make sure you have an offer letter with you, because only if you have offer letter, then only you're going to be eligible. And that also you need to plan which universities to apply and what are the deadlines. Like I said, see, today two students had come to me, they were asking for scholarship related, but the fields they were applying for, there are very few universities which are applicable for that. Okay, so we need to plan all this, and every year we are sending around 60-70 students. So based on each student profile, we have to guide them. And yeah, so scholarship related, you have my contact details here. My number is 9619827435. Get in touch if possible. Come to meet in the office. We can have a detailed session. I can answer all your questions. But yeah, I mean, main thing is that if you're planning for fall 2025 students, you need to work really quickly. Because for USA specifically, deadlines will be in December. Okay, you will not be able to apply. Sarthak says countries best for MSc in finance and banking. See, finance and banking, you can go for USA is good, of course. USA, UK, they are good. You can go for Singapore. Singapore is a financial hub. You can try there also. right? Usually, see, if you're thinking of any course, any country, go to USA. USA is the best for everything. Then in certain areas, so like we have mentioned, law, UK is quite good. And apart from that, like architecture, construction, and all this, real estate, Australia is quite good. Finance, banking related, Singapore is quite good. So, yeah, I mean, based on your profile, we can guide you what you need to do. All right. So, fine, students, we are a little bit above our recommended time. So, let me take this opportunity. I'll just end the session here. So yeah, I've left the contact details on the screen. Okay, you can note down the numbers. You can call sir on 989-232-9101. Give me a call on 961-982-7435. See, main thing is please scan this QR code, which will add you to our WhatsApp group so that you can always get the updates, right? The topics that we are going to discuss. Drop us an email. Email ID is information@coursescounselors and careers.com. You can come and meet us in our office in Mumbai or in Nagpur. And you can follow us on social media also. YouTube channel is Courses, Counselors and Careers. And our Instagram handle is @CCC Education. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Really appreciated. We had 42 students this Sunday. Next Sunday, again, we will have another student talking about her experience, another student who has got the scholarship. Same way in the arts field, what we were supposed to have previously, that we'll do in next week. So stay tuned, stay updated, and any questions you have, you get in touch with us. Okay. Students, so take care, enjoy your weekend. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. All right. So thank you, all of you. Take care.